Hi everyone, welcome to Puddenwood Avenue. My name is Bindi. So today I'm going to show you a couple of things. The first one is how to make these really simple hearts. Now I've made a container full to take to school for my students for Valentine's Day. I've made a ton of them for the staff. I'm going to leave in their pigeonholes, and I've also made some that I can leave around town for Valentine's Day just as a random act of kindness. So, sorry, I'm just going to move my microphone down, hitting me in the neck. So, I'm going to show you how to make these. So, to do this, we're going to need a size 4mm hook. Oh, where's my camera? There we go. 4mm hook. Can you see that? The red ones are from Hobie. They're Hobie Rainbow 100% cotton. It's 8/4 quality, so it's quite fine. The pink ones I've used, this cast on crochet cotton that I got from Overflow Prices Plus. It's a little bit thinner than the other one. It doesn't give you much. It's called Blushing Rose. That's beautiful. This one here, the number, because Hobby doesn't tell you colours, the colour is 8422. But you can make them out of any colour that you like, any size weight yarn that you wanted, any size hook that you wanted. They do need to be kind of tight though, because otherwise they get a little bit floppy. So we're going to need the yarn of your choice. I'm going to show you how to do it in the pink because it's a little bit easier to see. As you can see, this is the one I made my tea towel topper out of, and I'm almost out of it. And yep, I'm going to push these aside. And the other thing I'm going to show you today is how to read. Open up my pretty little book here. How to read. I wasn't sure how it called it. Diagrams, charts, graphs, but somebody on my last video when I was talking about showing you how to do this said it's probably more likely called a diagram, and I totally agree with that, totally. Okay, so you may have seen somewhere in a magazine or in a crochet book all these funny little symbols that shows you a pattern. Now, I am definitely not the best drawer, but I know what those things mean, okay? So, a really good way to do this is, for me, is I've drawn it in my book so that when I go to a pattern, they normally tell you what the symbols are, but sometimes they don't. So I thought if I had it on me, I know that I know what it means. So the first one, if you see, sometimes it's 1 dot, sometimes it's 2. I probably prefer the 1 dot, and it's short for a slip stitch. So usually when you're joining rounds or rows together, probably rounds, not rows. The one little circle is a chain. A tiny little cross, a plus sign, is short for a single crochet. A T is a half double crochet. A T with a diagonal line through it is a double crochet. And a T with 2 lines through it is a treble crochet. Now this is US terminology. If you were to use this as a UK terminology, man, this is going to get complicated. If you are totally US crochet terms, just sing a song for a second. Okay, because it changes for UK. So if it's a UK, slip stitch is the same, chain is the same. There is no single crochet. The single crochet is non-existent in UK terminology. So the double crochet is the single crochet symbol. I might have to draw this out and show you at the end. I might do that. I might draw up a US UK one and take a photo of it, and I'll pop it in either in the picture in picture, or I might do a photo of it at the end. Yeah, so at the moment let's just stick with US terminology because that's what I've drawn here and what I've got written here. So we'll have a look. So the easiest one to go to is the middle size one. This is what all of these hearts are. They're all the middle size, or they're all the middle size. So we're going to start with that. So you can see that I have to start with a magic circle. Now I've forgotten to draw in here. A magic circle is just like a little curly that doesn't attach, okay? And I didn't know that until probably 2 days ago when I was looking at a pattern for something, and it actually had the diagrams. So charts and graphs is not quite right. Charts and graph is not quite right. This is actually a diagram. So whoever it was that told me in the comments, I looked a little further and you are absolutely correct. I totally agree with you. So these are diagrams. All right, so I'm going to put this here. Let me get my scissors out of the way. And we're going to follow, I'm going to put my little bottle of hearts for my class up here. And we're going to follow, maybe, is that okay? We're going to follow this chart. So to start off with, we're going to have to start in the middle, and I know that I'm going to have to start with a magic circle. So find the end of your yarn. Now, some people, again, if you've watched me for a little while, I've got a really easy tutorial on how to do a magic circle. It's just the same as our slip stitches. Our slip knots to start, except we hang on to it, hold the tension. As soon as I get this knot out, I'll show you. Wow, okay. So, our diagram is showing that we need to start with a magic circle. So magic circle is just like a slip knot. So we're going to cross it over so it looks like an awareness ribbon. Short tail at the back. Put our hook in. We're going to wrap our yarn. We're going to hold it down here and hold some tension. And we're going to slip it through. And we want that the two to go onto that side, one on this side. That's our circle that we're going to work into. Now let's have a look at our chart down here. I probably should have brought another, it's not a chart, it's a diagram. I should have brought another hook. Okay, so we've done our magic circle, and I know that I've got to do 1, 2, 3. If we go up here and look at our explanation, I can see those 3 circles, 1, 2, 3, chain. So I need to do 3 chain. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's the first part of my diagram that I have followed. The second part says that I need to do a T with 2 lines on it, and I need to do 1, 2, 3 of them. The T with 2 lines is our treble crochet. Now, I don't know if I've done a project with you guys with treble crochet. I love treble crochet, not quite as much as I like double crochet. But treble crochet is we're going to wrap our yarn just like a double crochet, but we're going to do it twice. So we've already got 3 loops on our hook. We're going to go into the circle, capture our yarn and pull it through. So we now have 4 loops on our hook. And we're going to yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, go through the first 2, if I can, yarn over and go through the last 2. That is a nice tall stitch, and that's called a treble crochet. It's equal in length to our 3 chain that we did. Okay, so our chart, our diagram says I need to do 3 of those. So 1, wrap our yarn around twice, go into the circle, capture our yarn. We've got 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So that's 2 treble crochets. We need to do 1 more. So yarn over twice, into the circle, capture our yarn, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we've done our first part, our first round part of our heart. Let's go back and have another look. So we've done our 1, 2, 3 chain. We've done our 1, 2, 3 treble crochets. The next symbol is a T with 1 line in the middle of it, which is, if we look up here, our diagram and our abbreviations, it shows me that a T with 1 line through it is a double crochet. And I need to do 1, 2, 3 of those. So we're going to wrap our yarn around 1 time, go into the circle and capture our yarn, which gives us 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet. We've got to do 3 in total. yarn over into our circle and capture our yarn, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2 double crochets, and we're going to do one more. So yarn over into our magic circle and capture our yarn, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we've done our 3 triples, we've done our 3 doubles. Let's go back to our diagram and see what we've got to do next. So if we have a look here, there's our 3 chain, there's our 3 triples, there's our 3 doubles, and now we have to do another treble crochet. Triple or treble, it doesn't matter, it means the same thing. So to do a treble crochet means we're going to wrap our yarn twice, 1, 2, before we go into the circle. So we're going to go into the circle, capture our yarn, which gives us 4 loops on our hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, if I can, yarn over and through 2. So that is the long pointy part of our heart. You can see, if I turn around this way, you can see that we've done the first half. Now if you want to, you can pull your circle a little bit close, smaller, that's fine. So we've done that part, let's have a look at what we've got to do now. So back to our diagram, and so we've just done our treble crochet. We need now to do, that's really annoying me, we need now to do the T with 1 line in it. T with 1 line in it is a double crochet, and we need to do 1, 2, 3 of those. So we're quite literally doing a mirror of what we did on the other side. So let's do our 3 double crochets into the magic circle. So yarn over 1 time, into the circle, capture our yarn, which gives you 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That's 1. Yarn over into the circle, capture our yarn, we've got 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, and we've got to do one more. So yarn over 1 time, into the magic circle, capture our yarn, which gives us our 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. So now we've got our 1, 2, 3 double crochet. So let's check our diagram. So we've done our 1, 2, 3. We now have to do our 1, 2, 3 T's with 2 lines in it, which is our treble crochet, and we have to do 3 of them. So yarn over twice, 1, 2, wrap our yarn, going to go into our circle, capture our yarn and pull it through, which gives you the 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, the middle one gets me all the time, yarn over and pull it through 2. So that's 1, yarn over twice, into the magic circle and capture our yarn, gives us 4 loops, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. We've got one more to do, yarn over twice, into the magic circle, capture our yarn, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. Alright, let's have a look at our last step. So we're back around here, we've done our 1, 2, 3 treble crochets. We're back to this symbol, find it on your explanation. So circles are chains, we've got to do 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, believe it or not. So we're going to do 3 chain. So 1, 2, 3. And our last thing is 1, 2, 3, and we've got to do our, what's the 1 dot? Is our slip stitch at the top here. Again, some diagrams and explanations use 2 dots. I think that's really confusing because that looks like you've got to slip stitch twice. I prefer the 1 dot, but you've got to go with whatever pattern that you might be reading. So I've got to slip stitch into my magic circle. That's really easy. I'm going to go into my circle, no wraps. I'm going to capture my yarn and I'm going to pull that through my stitch on my hook. Then I'm going to make my circle a little bit big. I'm going to clip my yarn, snip, and I'm going to pull that all the way through. I'm going to pull that quite tight. Now, oh my gosh, it does look right, but that's okay. Don't panic. Sorry. Don't panic, don't panic. We're going to take our short end, we're going to hold our work on top of our fingers, and we're going to pull this really tight. Before it closes all the way up, however, that slip stitch that we've just done, I like to pull it to the back. So I'm going to put my hook into the hole in the middle, going to capture that slip stitch tail and pull it to the back, and then I'm going to close that circle up as tight as I can. Give it a nice hard pull, give it a wriggle. There's my heart shape. I'm going to turn it over, and because we've pulled our tail through the middle, we're able to tie it off if you wanted to. Now you could put this on a hair clip, you could put this on a brooch pin, you could make a at school. So I've made these before. I've made them been making them for a long time. You can what's it called, like a bunting, and I've got that hanging up in my classroom. So those two knots there, they're down in the middle, they're not going to be in the way of everything. Snip your two ends off, boop boop, and there is your heart. So that's how you're going to read your crochet diagrams, making sure of course that you follow whatever the abbreviation and symbol pattern says. Again, sometimes the slip stitch is 2 dots, sometimes it's 1. I prefer the 1. They're all our basic stitches that we're going to do, and once you get the hang of it, they're really easy to follow. Some books, some patterns have their own variation of what this is. Some countries have their own variation of what this is. And again, US, UK are totally different because our terminology is different, so the symbols are going to mean different things. So make sure you know what terminology it's used for. Is it UK, US? And I think the German one is different again, and I think that's what my little amigurumi books are, and so they've got their own. So this is general basic US. You pick up a pattern and you should be able to do this. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments if you've got any other hints or tricks to do this type of pattern following. And I think what I might do is I might do a tutorial also on how to read patterns, because that's how I started. I used to read patterns all the time. Then I got lazy, and only used YouTube patterns, YouTube tutorials, and so you sort of forget how to do it. So I think it's really important to learn all of the different ways to do your crochet. You can pick up any book, any magazine, any YouTube, any website. You know what they're talking about, you know how to do it. But I hope you've enjoyed this today. These are really quick, simple, great for random acts of kindness. Like I said, I've got a jar full here that I'm going to be giving to my little kitty winks with a little saying. And that's it from me today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!